Hey Crashers, Matteo from 𝗟𝗢 here and welcome into a new video training episode. So in today's video I will show you how to leverage the GBP query report in ChatGPT to create a topic cluster that is fully aligned with your Google business data. Before to move into the training, I want to remind you that the 𝗟𝗢 essential plan is going to be removed from 𝗟𝗢 in the next 10 days. If you purchase this special edition of 𝗟𝗢, you can unlock all the premium SEO features of 𝗟𝗢. With 𝗟𝗢, you can audit, GeoGrid, find and pitch local SEO clients, and track your Google business listing performances from just one platform. When you purchase this special edition of 𝗟𝗢, you will also unlock 65 ranked training video to dominate the local 3-pack. Don't sleep on this offer, because if you purchase today, you can also renew this package the next year at the same price and under the same conditions. Let's move now into the training. Let me open the My GMB section of 𝗟𝗢. So in 𝗟𝗢, once you are logged inside 𝗟𝗢, you will get access to plenty of features. One of these features is called the 𝗟𝗢 analytical feature, which is accessible by entering in the My GMB section. So once you enter to the My GMB section for the first time, you will see this section empty. Okay, so what you need to do in order to synchronize and import your Google business listing into the 𝗟𝗢 platform. So you need to click to the Google accounts section and then click to connect Google account. So once you have done that, you need to select the Gmail address that is connected to all your listing or to the listings that you are managing to. Then you need to click the continue button to complete the process. So once you have done that, 𝗟𝗢 will start loading the location and importing all the location data into the platform. Then you can select the business profiles that you would like to synchronize with 𝗟𝗢, and once you have done that, you need to click the update button at the bottom of the page. As you can see, we have synchronized 26 locations with 𝗟𝗢. So once we return to the My GMB section, we will see all the official properties that we have access to it, marked in orange color. If you want to access the single Google business profile analytical data, you can click to the stats icon. So now let's have a look about the analytical report together. On the top section of the analytical report, we have an option which is called filters. So you can select your current period. You can decide to filter out all the GBP statistics from the past 30 days. And if you want to add a comparison period, you can simply click plus add comparison, and then you can select a previous period here. And once you have done that, you need to validate your choice by clicking the change period button. Okay, so you can additionally set the analysis by selecting a custom period. So you can select your own dates. You can compare your own chosen dates for the current and the previous period. And once you have validate your choices, you can launch the refresh of the report by clicking the change period button again. Okay, the first section is called the behaviors report sections, where we outline the current Google My Business, the Google Business CTR. So we collect all the numbers related to the impressions. We collect all the impressions numbers related to the business profile, and we define the CTR of your listing. So as you well know, engagement metrics are super important in defining the position and the visibility of your Google Business Profile. So this is the main reason why we are monitoring behavior statistics here in the analytical report. So we track the MyGMB CTR, okay, and then we are also tracking the DR frequency, which stands for the driving request frequency. This section provides information about how many visitors clicked on the GMB listing requesting a driving direction for a selected period of time, okay? And so we do the same for the phone call frequency, and then in the latest column we are defining the sentiment score of the listing. So we are collecting the reviews that are coming into the listing in the past, let's say 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, or whatever you have been choosing as a comparison date. And then we outline the sentiment score, how positive, neutral, or negative the sentiment behind those specific reviews was, okay? So CTR, driving request frequency, phone call frequency, and listing sentiment score. Then when you scroll down, you will see the impression reports with the breakdown about the number, the total views. So we have a recap about the total number of impressions that the specific Google Business Profile have received for the selected period of time, and we provide you with a clear breakdown about mobile and desktop, and of course the total number of impressions here, okay? Then we have for each section an additional weekly breakdown, so that you can see how the listing is performing in the last 7 days as well. Then we have again some additional insights about desktop and mobile, about the Google searches. So we want to define which type of searches were triggering impressions to the business profile. Are those Google searches coming from desktop users or from mobile users? Okay, so as you can see in this case, we have got like desktop maps triggering 34.5% of the searches, and desktop Google search triggering 65.5%, and etc, etc. So once we reach the keywords report, the query reports, you can simply scroll down and define the numbers of rows per page. Let me select 100 so that we can grab all of them, okay? Then you can scroll down and click to the export to CSV button to grab all the queries that were triggering impressions and clicks over the selected Google Business Profile in the past, let's say 30, 40, 50 days, whatever your selected period of time is. So once you have clicked the export to CSV button, you can download the CSV. Then you need you can access the CSV, copy all the queries, and follow me in the next steps. So as the very first step, as we discussed several times in the 𝗟𝗋 masterclass and in the 𝗟𝗋 Facebook group, we need to feed the ChatGPT learning machine with the right details. So as the very first question, I'm now asking ChatGPT, can you define search intent behind queries? Okay, so as you can see, ChatGPT outlines the search intent, and it says the search intent can be broadly categorized into 4 main types. Okay, so we have the informational intent, when users have a desire to gain knowledge or find information about a specific topic. We got the navigational intent, when users are looking for a particular website or a web page. And then we have the transactional intent, when users have the intention to perform a transaction or engage in a specific activity. and then my favorite, which is the number 4, the commercial intent. When users are in the research or consideration phase before making a purchase. Okay, so this is super important for you to understand the different types of search intent. So informational intent, navigational intent, transactional intent, and commercial intent. So let's move in the second step. I'm now asking ChatGPT to evaluate the following queries along with their corresponding number of impressions. And I'm also asking ChatGPT to categorize the search intent for each keyword and group based on their search intent. So keywords, impressions, list of keywords plus the impressions. Okay, I have copy paste all the details directly from the 𝗟𝗏 query report CSV file. So I simply copy paste here all the keywords, and as you can see, ChatGPT replies back saying, to evaluate search intent behind the queries, we can analyze the keywords and their corresponding number of impressions. Based on the provided data, let's categorize the search intent for each keyword and group them accordingly. Okay, so we got now ChatGPT categorizing the keywords based on the previous search intent categories. So let me show you. We got like keywords grouped by the informational intent, keywords under the navigational intent, transactional intent, okay, commercial intent, and so on. I'm now asking ChatGPT which group of keywords is predominant, and I'm also asking, can you assign an incidence percentage to each group? To determine the predominant group of keywords, let's calculate the incidence percentage for each search intent group based on the provided data. Here are the results. Okay, so I'm trying to understand which group of keywords is more predominant, what type of keywords, what types of, what are the majority of the keywords that are triggering impressions and clicks to the business profile, right? So I'm now asking ChatGPT to determine which group is more predominant for this specific reason. Okay, let's see how qualitative those keywords are in terms of search intent. So informational intent, we got like 30 keywords with a total estimated impressions numbers of 671, okay, 671 impressions, and so on. In the navigational intent keywords, we got like 8 keywords. In the transactional intent group, we got 17 keywords. In the commercial intent group, we got 5 keywords, and so on. Okay, so it seems that based on the calculation of ChatGPT, the predominant group of keywords is the informational intent group, okay, with an incidence percentage of 56.17%. Okay, as you can see, ChatGPT says this suggests that a significant portion of the search query focuses on seeking information or knowledge related to various aspects of hair salon, and haircuts. Okay, so as the next step, I'm now asking ChatGPT, considering, right, a CTR of 8.18%, can you assign a CTR to each keyword? Okay, so at the time of this testing, the current CTR of that specific Google Business Profile was 8.18%. So I was asking ChatGPT to consider such percentage and assign a certain CTR to each keyword from the previous list that we have been copy-pasting to ChatGPT. To assign a click-through rate to each keyword, we can calculate the CTR based on the provided impressions and the given CTR of 18.18%. Here are the calculated CTRs for each keyword. Okay, so I'm using the power of ChatGPT to assign an estimated CTR to each keyword based on the number of impressions and an initial CTR data. Okay, so we got like, let's make an example, hair salon triggering 274 impressions, and let's say that the estimated CTR was 22.42%, and so on. So ChatGPT is giving us a full breakdown of the estimated CTR for each keyword based on our inputted data. Okay, so next step, I'm asking now ChatGPT to create a topic cluster following the steps below and the above keywords data, working each user's intent group individually. Okay, as you can see, I have include next to the initial part of the prompt more details. Okay, so I'm now explaining, I'm trying to feed the ChatGPT learning machine database with additional details on how I want ChatGPT works out those details. Okay, I want to explain in which way the topic cluster should be created. Okay, the ChatGPT replies was to create a topic cluster based on the on the given keywords, and user intent groups. We will follow the steps you mentioned. Okay, so understand the essential parts of a topic cluster: pillar article, content cluster, with subtopics, and hyperlinks. So I'm also trying to asking ChatGPT to suggest hyperlinks and to create an easy navigation for visitors, so to improve the overall UX of the topic cluster. Okay, so topic cluster, informational intent group, we got like, for example, as a pillar article, the ultimate guide to hair care and hairstyling, and then we got content cluster 1, content cluster 2, content cluster 3, okay, different hair types and how to care for them, step-by-step guide for DIY haircuts, tips for choosing the right hairstyle for your face shape, and so on. So we got suggestions for the navigational intent group, again with the pillar article and 3 content clusters. The same goes to the transactional intent group and the commercial intent group. Okay, by mapping the keywords to these topic clusters, you can create pillar articles and content clusters that address the specific user intent. The hyperlinks within the content will help guide visitors through the topic cluster, allowing them to explore related information easily. Then I'm also inputting into the process an additional prompt that says, considering New York as the primary business location, please now optimize the topic cluster process by cutting content with the idea of creating a geo-silo. Okay, so we have created the topic cluster, and ChatGPT is providing us with a pillar article and 3 content clusters, okay, so that we can realize. Okay, but I'm asking, since we are working on getting more traction via Google Maps, since we are working towards ranking a specific Google business profile in the local tree pack, I'm now asking ChatGPT to revisiting, to taking care of the content with the whole idea of creating a geo-silo. Okay, so to optimize the topic cluster process and create a geo-silo focused on the primary business location of New York, we can refine the topic clusters by incorporating location-specific information. That's what we want, right? Here is an updated version of the topic cluster process. Okay, pillar article, an in-depth and comprehensive article that serves as the main topic focusing in New York. Content cluster subtopics derived from the pillar article, providing location-specific information, insights, and so on. As you can see, ChatGPT is repurposing again the content with the whole idea of creating a geo-silo. So we got, like, for the informational intent group, we got the ultimate guide to hair care and hairstyling in New York, and then it's ChatGPT, it's using as the main target location New York to define all the different content clusters. So we got, like, for example, top hair salons for DIY haircuts in New York, hairstyles that suits New Yorkers, tips for different face shapes, and so on. Okay. Now I'm asking ChatGPT to address potential issues and prevent with the keyword cannibalization. Please consider the following suggestions: consolidate similar keywords, okay? Differentiate content based on intent, and use variations and long tail keywords, okay? I want to avoid having like keywords that are cannibalizing, eating each other, competing with each other. So this is the main reason why I'm asking now ChatGPT what else it can be done to prevent potential issues with the keywords cannibalizations. And I am also asking to the system to consider the following suggestions. Okay, boom, done. Consolidate similar keywords, okay? Differentiate content based on intent. As you can see, ChatGPT develop certain the initial suggestions to define more in details what it can be done for each suggestion, okay? And then I say, okay, please implementing the suggestions now, and boom, ChatGPT is again reanalyzing the content from the previous steps and is now defining the final pillar article. And for the informational intent group, for example, we got like the ultimate guide to hair care and hairstyle in New York, finding the best hair salons in New York, a comprehensive guide, and so on until the commercial intent group. Then we got, okay, go ahead with the other steps below. Conduct a keyword research, use specific words to describe pain points and goals, identify content gaps, find subtopics with your topic clusters that you haven't created content for, and also map existing content into topic clusters. So I'm asking to mapping out existing content into topic clusters, organizes the post. Boom. It's moving forward. And I'm also asking, just to give you an example now, apply to the informational intent group. So as you can see, ChatGPT is working out all the different types of information. So you got the idea, right? So I think this can be super useful because, you know, Google always tries to connect the data, connect the dots between the content of your website and the content that you have already inside your Google My Business profile. So I highly recommend you to follow the process from this video to leverage the GBP search query report, and utilize ChatGPT to create a topic cluster by following all the steps that I have provided you with in this video. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any question. You please comment on YouTube by saying GBP query search report hashtag, and I will send you the link that leads you to a landing page where you can subscribe and grab all the prompts that I have utilized during this process. Thank you again for watching. I see you in the next video. Cheers.